From a primal leader gorilla to finally bringing prominent female robots to the franchise, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts introduces a plethora of new characters to the live-action movies. And here's every new Transformer you might want to keep an eye out for, starting with the big guy himself, Optimus Primal. Honestly, it's hard to believe they actually named a character Optimus Primal, and it's harder to believe that they're bringing him to the screen along with Optimus Prime. Two Optimuses side by side? That's peak fan service if you ask me. Coming back, Optimus Primal is the leader of the Maximals and looks like a big gorilla, and it seems like he'll be a key character helping the Autobots in this movie as the war between the Maximals and the Terrorcons goes on, and the character of Primal is in good hands as he's voiced by the great Peter Dinklage. The thing that's most interesting to me is the fact that Prime and Primal are from two separate timelines. As we already know, the Beast Wars took place a long time after the conflict between Autobots and Decepticons. Rise of the Beasts will be one of those few rare times that characters from these separate timelines appeared together, and honestly, it's exciting as this could potentially open the door to more of the same in the future of the franchise. Staying on the Maximals, the movie more or less focuses on their conflict, so it shouldn't come as a surprise that we'll be getting a lot of them. With that said, this next robot is another member of the Maximal group, and he's none other than Rhinox. He's a member of Optimus Primal's group, and as his name suggests, he transforms into a giant rhinoceros. Voiced by the legendary David Sobolov, this character is sure to make an impact. Sobolov has been in the franchise for a very long time, voicing many of our beloved robots in disguise. With such a long history in the franchise, you'll be right to imagine he's a great fit for the character. Rhinox is a strong fighter and a tough member of the crew, which doesn't come as a surprise, honestly. The guy is a giant rhino after all, and he'll likely be very useful in the battles that will happen in the Rise of the Beasts because of that. Even though he wasn't shown much in the trailer, Rhinox is also one of the more smarter and reliable characters in the Maximal roster, as evident by his status as the Maximal tech expert and second in command. Even though he only appeared briefly in promotional materials, I'm certain that he'll be a big part of the movie when it comes out. Following Rhinox, this next robot is another crucial member of the Maximals, and her name is AirRaiser, voiced by the talented Michelle Yeoh of Everything Everywhere All at Once. AirRaiser is bound to be a great character. She's a very kind and caring robot who can transform into a huge hawk, so you better not mess with her or the other Maximals, as she only wants to keep her teammates and friends safe. AirRaiser showed up briefly again in the new Rise of the Beasts trailer. Not much is known about how the character will be portrayed this time. However, I'm certain she'll be a seasoned veteran just like her voice actor Yeoh. AirRaiser is the team's main air support, as she can transform into a bird, and as seen with the Autobots and Decepticon wars, air support is much needed.
I think for even one cycle you're betraying us. I'll rip all 8 of your legs off. Here, I like rough.
Even Optimus Prime was given the ability to fly once. Coming back, the character is in great hands with Yeoh. She made history by becoming the first ever Asian actress to win the Best Actress award at the 2023 Screen Actors Guild. Just like every team needs a veteran, it also needs a noisy and overbearing rookie, like how the Autobots have Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, stop lubricating the man.
Get that thing to stop, huh?
This next robot is just that for the Maximals. I'm talking about Cheetor. He's a rookie Maximal who can, as the name suggests, transform into a cheetah. He's also one of the most well-known and loved characters from Beast Wars. Much like how Primal is a mirror to Prime, Cheetor is a lot like Bumblebee. At the moment, no voice actor has been named for the role. Maybe they're aiming for a similar situation like Bee. Coming back, Cheetor is the youngest and most brash member of the Maximals, and considering how he's a mirror to Bumblebee, it's not surprising that he shows up in the trailer with him. Both are the youngest members of their respective teams, with a close relationship with the leader. Honestly speaking, if Cheetor and Bumblebee team up, they'd end up stealing the spotlight from everyone else. Honestly, it would be amazing, and it could very well happen. Rise of the Beasts is a direct sequel to Bumblebee, which was meant to be a reboot of the Transformers movie universe. Moving away from the Maximals, we'd be getting some new Autobots Autobots joining Prime in the war, and it's great to see that this young Autobot made the cut. She's none other than Arky. Breaking the previously set trend, Rise of the Beasts is the first Transformers movie to have a lot of female characters, a much-needed change from most of the other Transformers movies, and Arky is among them. She's one of the most famous female Autobots, and she'll finally get the much-deserved spotlight in Rise of the Beasts, and will be voiced by YouTuber Liza Koshy. Even though the Autobots and Maximals are two different groups, there's an obvious potential for bonding between the two teams. Like Arky, a young rookie could see Airazor, a veteran and strong woman, as her mentor. Considering the two teams will have to work together to stop a new threat, bonding between them is a given. Following Arky, another young Autobot is making his way into the live-action movies, and that's Mirage. He could very well be the robot that'll grab viewers' attention the most, and for two big reasons. Number one, he's a Porsche, and number two, he can create mirages. Yes, you heard that right. He can make holograms that help the team a lot, making Mirage an important asset to the heroes as they work together to take on this new threat. I have to say, it's great to see him play an important role after being left out for such a long time. Now that we've covered all of the heroes, let's move on to the new villainous mastermind, and that's Scourge. He's probably the most clever robot in the entire franchise, and he'll shine in the upcoming film. Even though he's not a Terrorcon, he'll still be among the antagonists. The former Decepticon, voiced by Peter Dinklage, will play the mastermind behind the conflict in Rise of the Beasts. Scourge was shown in the new trailer attacking and skewering Bumblebee, and he's most likely the major threat to both Autobots and Maximals, as he and the Terrorcons start working on a new plan. Speaking of the Terrorcons, there are some pretty wicked ones on the way, and Battletrap is definitely one of them. He's a giant orange and black tow truck and is one of the most difficult characters to spot in the latest teaser. Although he was only shown for a split second, fans were able to point him out. Voice actor David Sobolov has been confirmed to provide Battletrap's voice in the upcoming feature. Being a fan-favorite voice actor, Sobolov surely has busy years up ahead. 2 roles in the film and new games are also on the lineup, but that's not all. Another Terrorcon was seen in a blurry scene during the trailer, and that's Nightbird. No matter what form Nightbird takes in Rise of the Beasts, the Autobots and Maximals better get ready, cause he'll be a formidable foe. Though subsequent trailers will undoubtedly provide more light on the Terrorcons, they, along with their commander Scourge, are still cloaked in mystery at the moment. With so many familiar faces in the teaser, Transformers Rise of the Beasts is quickly becoming a frontrunner for the best movie of the year.